just recorded this whole thing, but I wasn't actually recording.
I wouldn't be surprised if you've heard the hullabaloo or whatever that phrase is, considering the TikTok that started this all, as I'm typing the script, has 4.8 million views. And what do you know? It caused a shitstorm amongst the tweens and teens of the internet. Don't you just love parasocial relationships? But if you don't know, this is about SOMBR, who is a 20-year-old up-and-coming artist who has blown up on TikTok. I heard his song, I think it's called Undressed, on TikTok like earlier this year, and saw him like having a little listen party outside with his fans. It goes like, I don't wanna get undressed for a new person all over again. Maybe you've heard it. So that's who we're discussing today. So this TikToker named Megan posted about her experience going to a SOMBR concert as a 25-year-old woman. It was cringe. It was lame. The performances were horrible, according to her. I'm not actually insulting someone. Oh my God, don't come for me. And funny story, actually, my sister had a little birthday thing at this craft shop, right? I was the first person there. Music was playing while I talked to the shop owner, and in a lull, I was vibing with the song that was currently on. Earlier that day, I had seen Megan's TikTok. As I pull out my phone to search the lyrics I'm hearing on the radio, I'm like, watch this be the kid she was talking about. And guess what? My intuition only kicks in for things that literally do not matter, like figuring out the plot twist of a movie a split second before it happens, or knowing I'm about to look up the song from a guy I just listened to get shit on. So I won't play the whole thing because it's mostly just cringe, young, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, brain rot. I'll focus on what snagged my attention.
Hi guys, good morning, welcome back. This is gonna be a little different than my typical content, but I had one of the worst experiences of my life this weekend, and it feels like a disservice to the public to not share it, so here we go. It is the closest to a middle school dance I've ever been since I was in middle school at a dance. The only adults in the room are the parents and then my boyfriend and I. It was thousands upon thousands of tweens running around like they were at a middle school dance. Immediately I'm pissed off. And these kids are plowing through, like, mind you, they've never been in a bar before. They don't know how to contain personal space. If they were adults, fights would have happened, fists would have been thrown, but they were just plowing through, checking shoulders, spilling drinks. Like, it was genuinely a nightmare. First 2 minutes he's on stage, he makes a 6-7 joke. I'm not even kidding you. And all the tweens, I've never had such immediate buyer's remorse in my life. Like, I knew I was just in for 3 hours of nightmare fuel. He proceeds to make a bunch of niche meme references for like the 12 to 16-year-old age range group. And I only understand them because I'm chronically online, but every other adult in the room, including my boyfriend, is like, why is he speaking in tongue? Like, what is he saying right now? About 30 minutes in, he cuts all the music and he's like, we're now gonna have the SOMBR dating show. Raise your hand and come on up on stage if you wanna call your toxic ex. Make sure it's toxic and make sure there's somebody who's gonna pick up. Again, all the tweens. He would make like super niche references to like 13-year-olds, but then he would also say like super vulgar stuff about like getting his dick sucked. And it was like, so you know your audience is clearly 13, yet here you are. Okay. There was a moment in between songs where he literally just randomly went, bark for me. And you hear the arena of 13, 14, 15-year-old girls start barking, and then immediately followed up with, yeah, daddy. If you are an adult of any age and you enjoy SOMBR's music, stick to Spotify. I would not recommend going to his shows. You will not enjoy yourself. It is not the experience you think it is going to be.
All right, so the second she says he made a 6-7 joke, I would have known this is not the place for me. That birthday party I was at, yeah, all pushing 30 or over it. We were discussing what the hell 6-7 even means. It's so stupid, and I don't want to be too harsh because I know we were laughing at stupid memes when we were teenagers and repeating them like parrots.
Hey bro, you stupid. Yeah. What's 9 plus 10? 21. Watermelon. Oh, racial vocative. Legally blind. Why are you drinking water? He needs some milk. He needs these nuts. Huh? That's the wrong number. You look like a motherfucking nut. Chicken wing. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the white You got Ebola. LeBron James. Nah. What are those?
When I saw this TikTok, I was like, oh my God, what a time. What a time to be alive. Oh God, I miss it so bad. That year of like high school, I went on a cruise and my sister and I were saying all of these things. I specifically remember being in a theater on the ship and we were going, what's 9 plus 10? Over and over again. Deep in my bones, I can feel you. Take me back to the But still, it literally means nothing. It's just stupid and annoying, but it's not that egregious, right? Just a stupid little internet brain rot joke you could probably move on from. However, the cringe continued and it got so much worse.
First. 6, 7. Can we make a funny video? Yeah! How tall are you, bro? I don't know, like 6, 7?
Now, SOMBR, tell me, I've always been curious. What is the life of a rock star like? What does a day in the life look like for SOMBR?
It's not so easy being somber. I wake up at 6 or 7 in the morning.
So, you know your audience is a bunch of kids. This isn't the first show, and he actually responded while I was writing the script for this, which we will get to. But he acknowledges that he knows a lot of his audience is younger than him, while saying the number 25 as if it's shameful, as if it's a slur. We'll get to it. So why are you asking a bunch of 14, 15, 16-year-olds to get up on stage with you and call their toxic exes?
You ready to call your ex? Let's call him. You have it ready? Why'd y'all break up while we're calling?
He cheated on me.
Never me though, never me. Never me though, never me. Anthony, my name is SOMBR and you are on my dating show. I'm here to determine why you broke up. This is your chance to share your side of the story, bro. Why did you break up? Why did y'all break up?
Basically, he pretty much just broke up with me because, he takes TikTok very seriously.
Really? How many followers do you have, brother? Babe, I have 4 million and I can stay with a girl. And I've determined the woman is the problem. I said, yeah!
Does that not register as weird? Also, the concept of these kids having toxic exes. There's just so much here. Asking kids to spill their personal business and potentially embarrass themselves and the exes in question is just so bizarre, and I can't get around it. And they're gonna do it because their brains aren't developed and they're just so psyched to be standing there on stage with an artist they like. Granted, and this comes up a lot obviously, his brain isn't done developing either, which is probably why it doesn't register as so abominably cringe. It makes me want to suck my face through the back of my head. However, he should know that it is odd behavior. Bark for me. What can I really say about bark for me? Is that what strokes your ego? A bunch of children finding you attractive enough to bark for you? This makes me want to crawl out of my skin. They're in middle and high school and you're 5 minutes away from being able to legally drink. The years themselves may seem short, but there is so much development between 15 and 20. It's just weird as f. Asking your underage fans to bark for you is weird as f. Why is it that minors feeling lust for you makes you feel good? Why is it that minors... Knock it off. So then this all blows up to the point of him responding, which I did not see coming because you're not supposed to do that.
I thought I was chronically online, but it's just come to my attention that there's a TikTok drama going around because a 25-year-old attended my concert and was basically complaining that there were too many tweens there, I was making too many brain rot jokes, and she just thought it was a cringe concert. And also she was body shaming me, and it's kind of started a massive body shaming hate train directed towards me on a lot of videos of me on the internet right now, which is... I totally respect people having opinions, but I'm a 20-year-old artist, freshly 20. And if you're 25 years old and you're going to come to my concert and not expect people younger than you to be there when I, the artist, am 5 years younger than you, it's just a skill issue. Also, the jokes thing, you have to have known about my online presence before coming to my concert. Anyone who knows me knows I've never uttered a serious word in my life. And also, I make jokes for 5 minutes of the concert and the rest is music. Live a little, enjoy life. Every age, sex, sexuality, gender, race, everyone is welcome at my concert, and I mean everyone. You guys need to find problematic people to hate on because I am just existing. Also, I'm just going to give a quick tutorial. Also, I just remembered that I had a fever and bronchitis at the show she went to, but the show goes on. I will not cancel unless I'm on my death.
Oh, boy. He has such an issue with 25. I'd hate to hear what he says about me. First of all, she was actually in the comments of her video agreeing with people who were saying this is largely a result of tweens and teens no longer having third spaces or really any media geared toward them. Disney, Nickelodeon, places to hang out like the mall, and they're terrified of being perceived as cringe, so they aren't going to go to the park. But you know what? That one's their fault. And you're supposed to be cringe in your teens. Throughout your entire life, there are going to be times when you're cringe. Stop fighting. Oh my god. She agreed with that. She wasn't necessarily complaining about that these kids were taking up space at a concert, but let's be honest, kids in groups Super annoying. She was complaining that they lacked concert etiquette and their humor is cringe. But she knew that when she noticed it was mostly a very young audience. She was just saying she didn't realize it would be like that. And she was telling adults it was not going to be fun for them if they decided to go. Second of all, so people are calling you Slenderman. People are making fun of you for being really tall and gangly. That sucks. That must sting. I cannot imagine like masses of people commenting on my appearance. Like, I totally get you there. I'm not going to invalidate his feelings about that. However, focusing on the body shaming but not the accusations of interacting inappropriately with your minor fans. Third of all, he's way too defensive in this video. As I said, the drama did not warrant a response, in my opinion. He was just offended by it. He's new to fame, he's young, understandable, but when you have the attention of the world, you cannot let things like this get to you and give it any attention. You need thicker skin. You also need a PR team, like 5 months ago, who will tell you when it's time to keep your mouth shut and when it's time to say something. This was not the time to say something. If you would have just ignored it, it would have gone away. Rant to your friends and the people close to you about how annoying the criticism is. Do not take it to social media. Oh my god, that was so the wrong choice. Like, yeah, I can tell you're 20 because this is something a 20-year-old would do. Skill issue. Everyone's welcome at his concert. That's great. However, by heavily catering to one age demographic, you run the risk of alienating your older fans, especially if this is the way you're going to speak to anyone over 25.
Because a 25-year-old...
And I don't think this video is helping. He has a point. You should look up artists online to see what the vibe is and get a feel for who they are, for who they're going to be on stage. She didn't do that. That is so fair. But if he absolutely had to make a response, like if it bothered him so bad he had to say something, it should have been left at that, without the offended defensive language. Keep it objective. Immediately following that up with telling her she needs to touch grass just kind of makes everything fall apart and just makes you look like a child lashing out. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some PR.
All in all, this blew up unnecessarily. It was just some woman sharing her experience of going to a concert that she didn't realize was going to be geared toward teenagers and explaining to potential adult fans of SOMBR why they may like his music but may not like his performance. The parasocial tweens and teens took it way too far, and let me tell you right now, regardless of age, this parasocial epidemic that we're in makes everything so unenjoyable. You people make everything so unenjoyable with your rabid cult mentality. People have opinions. They may not align with yours. Get over it and learn to live with it. You are a freak if you feel the need to attack someone over a celebrity, regardless of how old you are.
Court dismissed! Bring in the dancing lobsters!
And SOMBR himself needs to take this as a learning lesson and get a PR team and not respond to randoms on the internet as a celebrity when his feelings are hurt. Like I said, parasocialism is a plague, and in responding to someone who simply had critique you didn't like, you're weaponizing your little zombies to go and attack them further. You can literally put someone in danger by doing this. Not okay. Not acceptable. Learn to roll with the punches or get out of the spotlight. The last thing I'll say is responding at all, but evading confronting the inappropriate sexual behavior makes him look extremely guilty, and it's why he shouldn't have responded at all. He says he's freshly 20 right now. Okay, that is still not alright, but it's gonna look even worse if you don't correct this and then you're 21, 22, but your audience is still 16, 17, and you're being sexual on stage in a room full of kids. If you don't correct it, in a few years there are gonna be some nasty allegations coming your way. So either sit with this and reflect on it now, or suffer in the future.